Like, now, on the other side of the spectrum of shows that I've attended, I went to Hulaween, where, speaking of the electronic music, the dubstep moshers, and you know what? Hulaween was always amazing. Thank you to Paul. Thank you to the entire Hula staff. You guys make one of my favorite events of the year happen, and I can't tell you how grateful I am for it. Hula could have been affected by Ian too. That's another thing. We have a lot of shit here that could be affected by hurricanes. For a peninsula that gets so many of them, right? But Hulaween is one of the 2 non-negotiable festivals that I go to. So shout out to the Shire, the festival parents, Jim and Margie, as well as the rest of the Shire nationally and internationally. I think we had like 50 people. And it was amazing to see every one of you. There were so many bands. There's so much to talk about. I'll just go in the order of the lineup of the people that I saw. As always, the food. Let's start with the food, because let's face it, the food. Hulaween is one of those places where the food is also part of the attraction for me. Like, I always budget something for food because the tents are usually amazing. The food, the grilled cheese incident, the grilled cheese tent. They were awesome. I think I had them twice. I had a really good New Orleans style coffee around the corner from where we camped. There was also the teriyaki chicken joint that I can't remember the tent, but that was really good. Also, I got some merch this year because it was surprisingly moderately priced. As far as performances are concerned, I'm going to go down the list. JID. I'm going down the list in the order that I saw it, because not in the order that I went to see. JID had really good reviews for being a rap artist and being out of their element, really, because it's a jam band electronic music festival, and they're hip hop. And JID was, I think it's a dude, is hip hop, and the stage that they put him on was right across from the String Cheese Incident's Saturday set, which is their main set. That's the set that everybody goes to. And then the other stage, not the Meadows, the Hollow stage. No, the Hollow stage is the big stage. The Meadow stage is the small stage. JID played there, and it was just anticlimactic because you just came from literally the main set of the main band that plays at this event. So, in my opinion, the Hollow stage has the worst sound. The Hollow stage is the small stage. It was explained to me why. It's basically because the only thing, the main reason is because of where it's placed in that little area, and ultimately, what it boils down to is it's only going to sound good if you are right up to the stage, like, you know. And I was there. I mean, I was there for the Fearless Flyers and Corey Wong. I mean, it was nice for that, but because it's not a big bassy, that's not a very bass heavy type of sound. It was a jam band on a Sunday. So, the sound really just gets incrementally worse as the further back you go. You know, that's the other thing. Let's see here. The second even bigger issue that I found was their placement in the roster. Going after String Cheese on a Saturday, you have to be way away from the Meadows stage. It's just too big of a follow-up. You need to walk from all of that chaos to cleanse your palate, because all of the chaos that you just saw is not, there's no comparison to that. You're going to need a little bit of time to just chill. Reset the visual and audible palette, I guess you could say. But also, everybody was going to STS9 because STS9 is very popular, and they were in the amphitheater stage. The amphitheater stage is not very big. It's not, I mean, it's not the like, STS9 is a band that should be on the main stage for this place. Like, they are that popular. They are that influential in that realm. I really think that would be the move. Oh, and let me talk about this here. Could we talk about the amphitheater stage lighting? That was fantastic. It was just a phenomenal lighting show. To me, like, the music and I've grown to love lighting almost as much as I love sound. Because the lighting just adds so much to it. You can't do one without the other, really. I mean, you could do a set without ridiculous lighting, but the lighting enhances the music so much more. So yeah, shout out to the lighting team at Hulaween, and specifically at the amphitheater stage. I believe the homie Joe was one of the lighting director. He's a friend of a friend of a friend. You know how these things go. But yeah, shout out to Joe if you if you hear this. I'm trying to get him to do some cool shit with us in Sanford. So anyway, also, here's the other thing. There was a point when Twiddle was playing at the amphitheater stage, and that lighting was just, like I said, it's every year I get inspired by the lighting and the music and everything at Hulaween. It just kept getting better and better all weekend. I got to see Joe Russo's Almost Dead. I'm not really into jam bands too much. I mean, I don't seek them out, is what I'm saying. Like, unless I'm at a festival, I don't really seek them out, but they were awesome. Joe Russo's Almost Dead was really good. Checked out Louis the Child on my way to camp, and they were awesome. Hulaween has this amazing ability to put together a shitload of acts I've never heard of, and I take them with me for the rest of the year. Like, I'll add them to my set lists. I'll do all kinds of stuff. Sex Brews. Sex Brews was my favorite musical, I'm going to call them the musical ground score. A ground score is something that you picked up on the ground at a festival. And I was not Scotty, one of my friends, Scotty, was actually the one that said, we need to go see Sex Brews. And he's the kind of guy that, like, I trust him with that kind of information. He's like, we need to go see Sex Brews. We're going to go see Sex Brews. That's what happened. So I started 2 sets so far with Fauci Said It's Okay to Party. One of my favorite songs of the weekend. Cory Wong played on Sunday, and it was perfect. The music to chill to was perfect because it was Cory Wong and then the Fearless Flyers, which is Cory Wong's other outfit, or one of the other outfits that Cory Wong plays with. Liquid Stranger was fantastic. Sadly, I don't remember seeing Lettuce. I remember I saw Lettuce but again, they were in the Hollow stage. They were far. It sucks, but I really wanted to see them. The Polish Ambassador, another Hollow stage that I wish was in another stage. He was really good. I was really happy to see the Main Squeeze as well. They had a great show, but I felt like it needed something. Like, there was something missing that they normally don't have. I don't know what it was, but they sounded great. If it was any other band, I'd be like, yeah, they were really good. And they are. But maybe it was the time of day. I don't know, because it was a daytime show. They were all dressed like South Park characters. That was really cool. I don't think I got to see Dogs in a Pile, and I really wanted to see them just because I like their name. And that's another thing. If it's not a recommendation from a trusted friend and I'm at a festival, I do it based on their name. Like, I wanted to see 100 Drums, but it was just based on the name. Also, Central Florida legend Eugene Snowden was there. Eugene Snowden killed, as always. Cannibalist was fun. One of my favorite pastimes after Hula is reading the Hulaween page on Facebook. Everything from missed connections to some dude lost his one wheel and someone else found it and sent it to them. The community on there is pretty great for the most part. One of the things you'll get is criticisms of either the festival or how the sets went, like I just said, or how things could be better, like I just did. And usually it's taken well when it's delivered well, but there were some people that were just really going in on some acts. Portugal the Man specifically comes to mind because they were getting a ton of shit because their Native American they had a Native American tribe on their stage after they were 30 minutes late. So they were 30 minutes late, and they had this Native American tribe go in and read about activism and do all kinds of stuff. And you know what? It's their stage for that time. They do what they want. I don't think that it was the best place for a bunch of people on extracurriculars to get chastised, or not chastised, but like get told that like your ancestors are, land thieves. Like we all know that, like, but like now is not the time. But then there's like, but what is the time for activism? You know what I'm saying? Like you have a captive audience, so there is that. So I see both sides. I personally would have chosen another time, maybe the end of the show, maybe, I don't know. Or maybe don't be 30 minutes late. Either way, I can't wait for next year. I already got my tickets. I got them in the blind pre-sale, so woo.